So, advice I wish someone gave me when I was broke. And it's funny because time moves really quick. I'm sure everyone watching this video, no matter what financial position you're in, has felt how fast time has been moving, especially over the past couple of years. At least for me, I think things have been moving ridiculously quick. And I was broke 3 years ago. So this is not like, I'm the old entrepreneur that's already made billions and now I'm looking back at my career and I'm giving you advice I'm giving advice speaking on things that had happened to me many, many years before. No, I'm talking basically to myself 3 years ago. And what's some advice that I wish I had 3 years ago that I just simply didn't have? That would have allowed me to grow my marketing agency so much quicker, grow my income so much quicker. Disregard what everybody says. As terrible as this sounds, as horrible as this sounds, you're going to die. If you're valuing someone's opinion, that's not even going to be at your funeral. Be it financial or anything else, why does it matter? You need to do what's best for you. And you need to do what's best for the people around you that genuinely care about you. Don't take advice from people that are not in the financial position that you want to be in. If someone has not achieved the thing that you're aiming to achieve, and they're trying to give you advice, it's because misery loves company. They want to be in the same position. They want you to be in the same position that they're in by default because they're not happy with the position that they're in. And you have to understand that that's absolutely 100% the truth. The amount of friends that I had when I first started my marketing agency, don't do it, it's a risk, you're making good money working, etc., etc. Well, look at me now. I'm a multimillionaire. I made my first million at the age of 19. I became a multimillionaire at the age of 20. These are the same people that now tell me, good job. Do you have any job positions open? I want to work with you. Same people. So ignore people that can't see the vision that you can see. I think it was Conor McGregor that said, if you can see it here and if you can speak it, it will happen. And I've seen it. I have seen it. I've spoken it. You could roll a clip of me speaking it. I turned 19 on my 19th birthday. We're going to make $100,000 at the very minimum. I don't want that job anymore. I want to come down here to work. I'm done being average. And then it happened. It literally happened with enough hard work. I promise you, if you are hell-bent and obsessed on something that you're trying to achieve, you're going to get it. Okay, lose concept of the reality of time when you're chasing your goals. If something really means a lot to you, and if something is really worth having, you're going to forget this concept of time. It doesn't matter if you didn't get there in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 6 months, a year, failure after failure. It doesn't matter. If you're hell-bent on getting to where you want to get to, the person that keeps getting up and keeps brushing the dust off will always get to where they want to get to. And that is 100% a fact. It's the truth. I know it because I'm living it. I'm living proof of it. I've failed more times than you've probably even tried. So keep that in mind. That's why I'm in the position that I'm in today. And again, I'm not saying this in a braggadocious way like I'm done working hard. This is still just the beginning. But the amount of failed ventures that I've had is ridiculous. The amount of times I've tried to make money on things that just were so asinine now looking back is astronomical. But when you have a goal and when you're trying to create a life where you don't need to clock into work, where you make your own hours, where you are the director of your life and you're the creator of your own story and journey, there's going to be a lot of failure. Because let's be honest, if everyone could, everyone would want to work for themselves. You think people for 40 years want to know when they could take lunch? You think people for 40 years want to have a career where they're allowed to take lunch at 1 o'clock because another man tells them to? Probably not. Probably not. So if this is something that a large percentage of the populace want to achieve, financial freedom within an online business, you have to understand another concept that I wish someone told me when I was broke. This is a competition. This is a competition. This is not just you chasing your goals and this is your own personal journey. There's millions of other young men that are going about their own personal journey and you're competing with them. Who's going to put more work in? Who's going to dedicate more hours? Those are the guys that are going to win. They're going to win quicker and they're going to win harder. And that is a fact. That is a fact. I had no concept of time when I was broke. All I did was sit in my room with my brother when everyone else was out having a good time, when everyone else was out telling me, oh, you missed out, you missed out. I was locked the fuck in my room, disregarding everything that everybody else had to say because I was so hell-bent and obsessed with my goals. I sacrificed other areas of my life to make sure that the one area that was most important to me was going to prosper. And it did. And now I can create balance that these people can't. So you need to understand, If you really want something, you're going to make a short-term sacrifice for a long-term dividend. This is the truth. There's no way around it. And I'm not going to beat around the bush and tell you it's going to come easy. It's going to come with sacrifice. When I look back, there's things that I missed because I was so locked in on my business. And there's things that I still miss to this day because I'm so locked in on my business. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to look back and regret it. I'm choosing to make that decision. It's my choice. It's my life. It's my narrative. And I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do with it. When I was broke, there were so many things that appeared as opportunity. Clothing brand, day trading, dropship. There were so many different ideas that are out there that are online. And you're like, oh my gosh, I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that. And your mind just goes into a million different directions. And the man that chases multiple rabbits ain't going to catch any of them. Especially for you probably watching this video as a young person that wants to make money online. You have very limited resource. You have limited time. You don't have a team. You don't have money. You are in as disadvantaged of a position. You have no experience. This is as disadvantageous as it's ever going to be for you. You're never going to have it worse off. It's never going to be harder than it is in the early days of having no clients, no proof of concept. This is the hardest it's going to be. Let's call a spade a spade. This is as hard as it's ever going to get. So if that's the case, you got to thug it out. And you need to pick something and you need to stick to it. And if I could go back to when I was broke, I wish I would have started the exact business that I run to this day back then, which is my digital marketing agency that goes by the name of Del Priori Hospitality. I wish I would have started on a winning model. You know, if you take two people and one of them is in a Cybertruck, which is electric and it's a beast of a vehicle, and the next person's in a Honda Civic, who's going to be able to drive faster? Obviously, the person that's in the beast of a car. So your business model works the same way. I wish I would have been locked in on the right business model from the absolute beginning, which is the business that I run to this day that made me a multimillionaire at the age of 20 years old. It got me my Aston Martin. It's about to get me my Lamborghini. It's gotten me the apartment that I have. It's allowed me to build the team that I have. It's allowed me, most importantly, to build the life that I have. So when I think about everything and all the time that's lapsed and all the time that's gone by and all the great things that I've been able to do with the team that we've built, if I could tell my broke self just one thing, just one sentence, it would be this. If you keep trying, it's impossible to fail. And I want that to really resonate and sit home with you because I know that feeling of fear when you first start. I know that I know it because I felt it. I'm no different than you. Please understand that I'm no different than you. I'm not any different. I'm still trying to figure it out to this day. I'm not a genius because I made a couple $1 million. I just kept trying. If you keep trying, it is impossible to fail. And if you're at a point where you get lost on the journey, you feel like giving up, you feel like turning around back and going back to your old ways, your old habit, your old life, I want you to hear those words loud and clear. If you genuinely want a life like the life that I live, or like anyone else that you watch that you aspire to be like, if you quit, you're never going to get here. It's impossible. So if you build the character and you become the kind of person that is literally immune to quitting, and it will never happen, you simply do not quit, you've built enough character and you've become the person that harvests success in anything that you touch. And now it feels like anything that I touch turns to gold. And that's simply because I have a certain mentality and I have a certain way about my work to where I'm not going to start something, half-ass it, and go back on it. I go all in on the things that I go all in on. So don't chase multiple rabbits, disregard what your broke friends say, and if you want something, if you never quit, you're never going to fail.